Gambling is probably the worst decision you can make with your money. I've gambled my whole life. Like, I started gambling when I was 14 years old through my oldest brother, Bob. I mean, that was such a long time. I'm 50. Back then, the only way you gambled is if you went to Las Vegas or Atlantic City. But if you didn't go there, you had to have a bookie or know somebody that had a bookie. And back then, you had what they called tip sheets. You would get a slip, they'd have all the games for the week on it, and you would just circle corresponding numbers, 14 up here, 14 down here. And once you got done, you'd place the amount that you wanted to bet on it. And then you'd rip the bottom off and you turn that into the bookie. And you would keep the top. So you knew what your picks were. That's how long it's been since I started gambling. I've been gambling pretty much to this day. And it's just bad. You never win. Yeah, you'll win, but you always give it back. Any honest gambler will tell you that. But most gamblers are liars. They will lie to you. They'll act like, oh man, I'm winning all kind of money all the time. I see it on social media all the time. All these people trying to, sell picks, this and that. They're all full of it. And most of them people that are selling picks, let me tell you a trick that they do. They'll come up with their lineup for the day. Oh, I got this game, Oh, I got that game. I got this game. Call now, or, give you the play of the day. Pay for us top 3 picks. If it don't hit, we'll give you next week for free. Well, guess what they do? Say they get 100 people to call and buy it. 50 people, they give them 1 pick. The other 50 people, they give them the other pick. Somebody's going to be happy. Half the people are going to be happy, and the other people are going to get free picks next week, which are just basically guesses on everybody's part. They don't know. Nobody knows. Everybody claims Vegas is rigged. It's not rigged. They're going to make money irregardless. But that's what they do. They'll give half the people one side, the other people the other side, and just continue on. Do the same thing the very next week. See if they catch more fish. Yep. See how many more suckers they can get to buy it, and give them half and the other half, and they just keep giving out free picks every week to the losers. They don't care because they're making money on the people that buy it. Gamblers are liars, and they're not honest people. They're not honest with themselves, and they're not honest with anybody that asks them about it, because they lose. Most gamblers, there's a very small percentage of people that gamble that throughout their lifetime will win money. You're going to lose more times than not, unless you hit a major hit, like major. And if you hit it early, young, say you're 21 years old and you hit a big parlay for 200 grand, I guarantee you, mark my word, if you're watching this and you're 21 and you just hit a big parlay for I don't even care, $500,000, 500, even $1 million. Continue to gamble throughout your life. If you live to be 60, I guarantee you're going to give that money back. May not be the same person, might be not to the same casino, whatever, but I guarantee there's people out there willing to take your bet, and they're going to take your money. Over time, you're going to lose. Happens to us all. But people have a hard time admitting that because, they want quick money. I've wanted quick money my whole life, which is why I gambled, and it just doesn't work. It never will work. And you're far better off just taking your money and investing it. Especially if you're listening to this and you're young. Quit gambling. Maybe do it here or there. You got an extra 10, 20 bucks, whatever. But most of your money you should be investing. And that's what I wish I had done, because, man, I have a lot more money than what I got right now. That's for sure. But people don't want to face it. I think too, it's the thrill. You get thrills out of it. Ooh, yeah. And it does make the games more interesting. You got some skin in the game. But do you really want to pay to watch a game? That's basically what you're doing. You're gonna, in the long run, you're paying a very expensive cable bill, and it will come down to that. I mean, you're gonna lose. Like, I've done it multiple times. Hit a big ticket, and probably within 2 months gave it back. Doesn't take much. And that's another thing too. When you're gambling, you really don't, you don't see it, because you're not thinking about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, how much you lost in those weeks. You know, it's now. You're thinking about now. Oh yeah, like that money's, it's gone. You forgot about it already. But a year down the road, oh man, I lost 100 grand. Yeah, it'll happen like that, but people don't want to admit it, and it's a shame. Like, that's why casinos are huge, and it's not because they're fixed. Vegas is not rigged. So many people, I see it all the time on social media. Oh, Vegas made the call. No, that's what you think because you bet the wrong side. Had you bet the other side of that bet and won, you wouldn't have been saying it. So it's just because you're mad. You lost. That's going to happen more often than you win. That's for sure. And you're going to be on the wrong side crying that, oh, Vegas is rigged. Vegas is rigged. No, they're not. Same with slot machines. Like, leave them alone. Don't stick your money in them unless you got a little extra money that you don't care if you lose. That's like the number one rule. Everybody knows that. Only bet what you're willing to lose. But real gamblers with addictions, they'll do it at first. But as soon as they lose it, it's like, oh yeah, all I gotta do is another $100. I can get it all back. Another $100. I get it all back. Another $100. I get it all back. Right there's $300 you just lost on top of what you were buying. So you never get ahead. And then greed is, oh God, it's even worse. Like if you bet online, most of you gamblers know, you'll get a cash out option throughout a game. I've done it many times myself. Put $200 on a bet, a prop bet. And next thing you know, whoever I had it on is now they're offering me a cash out for $1,700, but the ticket's worth $55. I should take that $1,700. That's a $1,500 hit within 10 minutes of a basketball game going on. And I should take that. Nope. Oh no, it's going to win. It's going to win. I'm going to hit this. Yeah, $5,500. Yep. Next thing you know, by halftime, he ain't done nothing else, and the cash out option's for $400. And then, now you can't take it because you basically just threw away $1,300 because you should have took the 17. So yeah, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. That happens all the time. It happened to me many, many times. I've bet many, many horse races in my life. Oh God, it's a lot. It's just bad. It's one of the biggest evils in the world is gambling. It should still be illegal. It should never been legalized. They made it so easy, and it's because the government can now make money off of it. So that's what they're doing, and they're killing a lot of people's families. Yeah, if you don't have the discipline, they know it. They're gonna come out ahead eventually. The longer they let you go, they just, it's like giving that leash. The more leash they give you, they'll hang you. You'll hang yourself with it, and it's just a shame. But they'll lie. Everybody lies. Every gambler. Oh yeah, I win. Yeah. When do you lose? Because I know you'll lose. Why don't you tell me about your losses? I don't care about your wins. Tell me about your losses. Because I guarantee there's a lot more of them than there are wins. But you'll never hear them. They just won't own up to it, man. And I've lost a lot more than I care to talk about, which is why people won't tell you, because they don't want to talk about it. But I'm telling you, take your money, invest it, go buy something, at least something. You can have something. I like to always say, don't buy materialistic stuff. I'd rather do that than just gamble my money away. At least you got something for your money. You could always sell it if you needed more money. But gambling, you're not going to get nothing for your money. Nothing but a good time. That's about it. And half the time, it's not even a good time because you're frustrated, you're pissed off, you want to throw something through the TV. You want to fight your buddy over it. And that's like the worst thing. Being involved in a game you got a bet on and your buddy's with you or whatever, and he's got the other side and he's winning and you're losing. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. So I would just avoid it because it's not worth it. Over time, over the years, you're gonna look back and regret it. Now here's a good example. It just popped into my head. I'll never forget, I was driving a truck over the road. I was going to San Francisco with a load. And I come into Wendover, Nevada on I-80. It's 40 miles inside of the Nevada line, coming in from Utah, in the Peppermill Casino. It was a Friday night. I didn't have to be in San Francisco till Monday morning. I'm like, oh man, I got all weekend. And it was Super Bowl weekend. I think this was 2007. It was when the Colts played the Bears. I walked in, I took $250 out of the ATM. And I loved playing blackjack back then. But I'm like, I ain't got enough money to play blackjack. So I'll go try my luck at 3-card poker. So I went and sat down at the 3-card poker. Hey, this is late. This is probably 11 o'clock at night on Friday night. Sit down at 3-card poker. Within 4 or 5 hands, I had a $25 chip on the pair plus and hit trip deuces. Well, trip deuces pay 30 to 1. So now I got over $800 in my hand. I'm like, yeah. And now I'm going to go play some blackjack. And I swear, this is a true story. I'll never forget it. It's the only time in my gambling history that I got to gamble like a high roller. I'll never forget. I wish it was on video, but it's not. But anyways, I start playing blackjack. I end up turning that $800. I think it was like $3,300 I had at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving. I'm taking this money. I'm going. There was a Burger King. Like, there was a Pilot truck stop. It had a Burger King in the parking lot, and the Peppermill Casino was right across the street. I'm like, I'm going to go to Burger King, get me some breakfast, and I'm going to lay down. Got me a nice little fat wad in my pocket. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So I go into Burger King. I sit down. I eat my breakfast. I'm walking to my truck to go lay down. I stick my hand. I had cargo shorts on. No keys. Can't find my keys. I'm like, oh man, where's my damn keys? I'm like, I must have left them inside Burger King. So I go into Burger King. I go over to where I was sitting. No keys. I walk up to the cashier. I say, hey. I said, did I leave my keys up here when I bought my... Nope. I'm like, oh man. Now I got to backtrack my steps. Maybe I dropped them in the parking lot along the way. So I walk back, looking on the ground, the whole way back to the casino doors. No keys. I'm like, oh man, I got to go back inside. Look for, security. Walk in. As soon as I walk in, there's security. I said, hey man, can you take me to the security office? I lost my keys. Want to see somebody turned them in. I'm like, yeah, follow me. So we're dead middle of the casino. It was a little narrow room, probably about 10 foot wide and long as shit. He opens up the door and there's all kind of security in there with all the cameras, screens, and monitors. He's like, one of the guys was like, hey, can I help you? I said, yeah. I said, I lost a set of keys. I'm just wondering if somebody turned them in. He said, what did they look like? And I had a long keychain. It was blue. It was a whole tractor trailer. It was the company that I drove for at the time. I won't mention her name, but he's like, oh yeah, these. I said, yeah, thank God. So I grabbed my keys, turn around, walk out, and guess what? The life of a gambler hit me again. I'm back in the casino with over $3,000 in my pocket. You think I could just walk out that door and go lay down like I wanted to? No. Back to the blackjack table. And it went crazy from there. Like, I literally built it up so high. It was all blur. Like, I was betting $1,000 a hand, 3 hands at a time, because that's the max you could do out there. They would only let you bet $1,000 a hand at 3 hands max. This place was packed. It actually ended up being Super Bowl Sunday, like noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I mean, I'm sitting there just drinking. They were bringing me, back then I drank Double Jacks and Miller Lite. And I smoked Newports back then. They were bringing it, the waitress was bringing it out on a tray for me. Here you go. I was tipping $100 chips every time she'd bring it. I'd just throw a $100 chip on the tray and grab my stuff. Oh, I was so hammered. They just kept trying to get me to leave and leave and leave. I wouldn't leave. And I told them, I said, the pit boss come over. He said, hey man, he says, I'll give you the best room in the house, man. Just go. I said, no. So I'm not going nowhere until every chip that's over there is over here. And he's like, oh man, no. He said, just go to the Super Bowl party. I'll give you VIP passes to the Super Bowl party. Just go upstairs, go to the Super Bowl party. I'm like, no. So I told you, I'm not leaving until every chip that is in that tray is over here in front of me. And this went on. Oh, it was probably, the Super Bowl came and went. Never seen a play. Didn't even know who won at the time. I lost it all. It was probably like 2 o'clock in the morning. gave it all back. But man, that's the addiction. You know, gambling is one hell of an addiction. It'll get you. Greed will get you. Greed is bad. And then I tell you what, I wobbled my ass. I even gave the original $250 that I took out of the ATM to them. So they end up making money off me. Very little, but they made money. I waddled back to the truck, and I tell you what, when I woke up the next morning, I felt like shit. Like, all I could think, it was like, I think it was $34,000 I had in front of me at one time. That's how high up I built it. It was a good bit. It was all black chips. But I was sitting, I had that table to myself for 2 days straight, to myself. Nobody would sit down because nobody wanted to interfere with my hands. And this place was bad. There was literally people 2-3 deep waiting to sit at the blackjack tables around me. But nobody would sit at the table I was playing at. I mean, it was crazy. I mean, I've never experienced anything like that. I remember there was, during that session, somebody that was on my left at the table beside me. I guess people were groaning that because he was, you know, taking his time, had a hard decision whether to hit or stay. And I remember I stood up and I threw a $100 chip over on his. I said, just hit the damn thing already. Oh man, the pit bosses and the dealers. Oh, you can't do that. I said, I don't care. I'm just trying to help the rest of the table out. Hit it. I'll pay for it. I don't even care. It was crazy. I mean, I really wish that was on video, or it was on video. I just wish I had the tape from that weekend, because that was the only time in my life I got to gamble like a high roller, like $3 grand a hand for 2 days straight. For 2 days straight, back and forth. The chips just kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then eventually they took it. They got it. They got it all back. But I do remember it was over. It was like 34 grand I was up to, and gave it all back because it's an addiction. Greed will get you, and in reality, I should have left. I could have went to San Francisco, delivered my load, called my company, and said, hey, I need to get home. I got a bunch of money on me and I need to get it in the bank. I'm going home. And just went home. Hell, I could have took a month off. Easy. I could have never, just parked the truck and be like, hey, I'll see you in a month. Because I was lease operating at the time. I could have did what I wanted, you know, but I didn't. I decided to let the casino have some of my money instead of just leaving. But you're going to lose in the end. That's my message. You know, just don't gamble. Put your money into something else, you know, invest it, whatever. Yeah. Dabble with it, whatever. You got $20 you don't even care about, don't need, do whatever, but don't get heavy into it. You're far better off not doing it, because you're going to lose and it's going to stink. But all right. Well, thanks for listening to me rant. I just wanted to make a video on it, and I'll see you guys later.